All right, had some technical difficulties, but I'm back now. So let me just clarify something, okay? Which Sneako should understand as a content creator. Okay, Tate speaks without nuance, okay? He is inflammatory. He'll say things with bravado. He's trying to be provocative. But when he says things like white supremacist, it's extreme. It's to get people's attention. It's to get engagement. Okay, it's to invoke a reaction. He's a content creator. Sneako should know that because Sneako has done it. You can think of it as clickbait. So it's ridiculous that Sneako is acting like this. He should know better. But here's why I'm on Tate's side. Because again, like I pointed out, Sneako is going off because he's triggered by the words white supremacist. If you change that word to just simply racist, you don't even need to put white supremacist. Again, Tate has made it extreme to invoke reaction. And the emotional people like Sneako have reacted to it. If you just change that word to racist, Sneako's not going off like this. Nobody's going off like this. But he said white supremacist on purpose to invoke a reaction and to get engagement. But yeah, then you have Sneako's response. Sneako completely misunderstood Tate's tweet. Like I said, it's about white people going down the wrong path. And again, I think Tate is a humanist like myself. I'm a theistic humanist. There's some real Lord of the Rings type. There is a great struggle and there's a great battle that is coming. And it's just miscommunication, really. Everybody's bickering and fighting and everybody's divided. We're in the midst of World War III right now. World War III has already happened. Everybody's sitting around making videos like dumbasses. But yeah, Sneako is in feminine frame. Sneako is absolutely 100% in feminine frame. Tate isn't talking about white supremacy. He's talking about white people getting their shit together. That's all it is. But then you have Sneako's response. White supremacists are totally right. He says, this goes against the core fundamentals of Islam. God did not, in fact, choose any race as supreme, and if you believe so, you're Jewish. First off, the response to Tate's tweet shows that Sneako is a surface-level thinker. He didn't understand the tweet. He misunderstood the tweet. Also, it's condescending because Tate is a Muslim. And if Sneako can't see that, he's a dumbass. Would Sneako have made this reply to a non-Muslim? I'm not Muslim. Would Sneako have started quoting scripture and talking about Islam to me? If anybody else made a tweet like this, would he start quoting Islamic scripture and saying, oh, this goes against the fundamental teachings of Islam to a non-Muslim? No, he wouldn't do that. It wouldn't make sense because a non-Muslim person would say, okay, that's fantastic. I'm not Muslim. He's doing this specifically because Tate is a Muslim. He's talking down to Tate. This is condescension. He says that he's not trying to act like he's a better Muslim, but he is. That's what he's doing. He's preaching to Tate, another Muslim, and he is not perfect. This is my problem with Sneako's response right here. He is not a perfect Muslim. Just the other day, he was having a stream with Fusi, and there was all kinds of haram in it, right? Sneako is not a perfect Muslim by any means, and yet he's talking down to Tate and condescending and trying to say, oh, this goes against the teachings of Islam. He's not perfect. He is not perfect. And you know what else? Because they're content creators, and they are also Western men, they struggle with this. It is very difficult for a Western man to be a Muslim content creator. Western men are corrupt, to say the least. They all struggle with this. Sneako's struggling with it, and Fusi, who he had that haram stream with, also struggled with this. Fusi had a problem with this. I remember him making a video talking about how he used to hide, liquor bottles and beer bottles in his videos because he was still a Muslim. It's very difficult for Western men to be content creators and be Muslim because Western society is so degenerate. And to get attention, people in Western society tend to gravitate towards degeneracy. So that's why Tate has to be so inflammatory. And Sneako should understand that. He just doesn't understand how condescending he's being. It's like you're a chef and having another chef come in and talk to you and tell you how to do things. It's like, get out my face. And that's exactly what Tate told him in his response to Sneako.
Because you can't call me a Jew. And also, just because you've been Saudi and I've been trapped on house arrest, you don't get to be a better Muslim than me and tell me how the world works either. Friend.
He said, you're not a prophet. And he's basically saying, you're not perfect. Just calm down, take a deep breath. That's what Tate said to the man. But Sneako's having a response to that response. He's completely within feminine frame. He's being emotional right now. He's getting triggered by the words white supremacist, and he's trying to freaking grandstand. Now that I've said that, and you understand where I stand on this topic and why I believe Sneako is wrong, let's go to Sneako's response to Tate's response to Sneako's response to Tate's tweet.
Tate, the guy that I've been defending for 2 years? No. The guy that I've been also risking my reputation to defend him for false allegations. There's no way he said anything. What did he say? Did he say?
See, already he starts this stream off in a feminine frame and he's acting stupid. I guess he's trying to be funny, but like already the energy of this stream is off.
Be honest, chat. What could Andrew Tate have possibly said after I defended him while he was in prison for 2 years? There's zero chance that the first time Andrew tweets saying my name, it's anything negative, right? Is that what you guys are insinuating?
What did he tweet that was negative? When he said he stopped talking to you for years ago for a reason? Like, why are you getting emotional about that? Is it true? Did he stop talking to you? Why are you getting offended by the truth? You see, and that's how you know he's in feminine frame right now. He's butthurt by that. You know he's emotional about that. You shouldn't be getting so upset about the truth. If you're not upset by that, then why the response? Why are you acting like this?
Because what could I have possibly said to make him publicly disavow me like that or publicly disrespect? There's no way.
He didn't do anything to you. He said he stopped talking to you, which clearly is the truth. You're getting upset about that. You're acting like he said Sneako's a dickhead or something. He didn't do that.
The guys who I've been defending, putting my reputation on the line, while there's all these X accounts saying this is a human trafficker, pedophile, all this.
Putting your reputation on the line? What reputation?
Liberals are like, oh, if you're wrong, you're gonna be, your reputation's dead. I'm like, no, I met these guys, they're good people, and I looked through the case and I think it's bullshit. There's no chance the first time Andrew Tate tweets saying my name, it's disrespectful, is it? After all that? So, wait, chat. Are you insinuating that I did all that for nothing? That I publicly defended a guy that I agree with 99% of issues on?
Okay, so I'm going to stop it right there. That right there tells you, once again, Sneako is in feminine frame. He's being emotional. Listen to what he just said. That I defended a man for 2 years who I believe to be innocent for nothing. Listen to his words. For nothing. Why? Because he said something and you got insulted by it? What does it matter? If you believe a man to be innocent, it doesn't matter how you feel about the man. You should defend him. You should defend. That's called justice.
Last night, I spoke with Donald Trump. I'm sincerely grateful that he's doing well and recovering, and we had a short but good conversation. Jill and I are keeping him and his family in our prayers.
That's how you know Sneako is in feminine frame. It doesn't matter how you feel about a person. If you believe that they've been wronged, you should defend them. He's already in the wrong here.
I'm half black and half white. Let me confirm something. Race is real. I can literally turn my black side or white side on, like choosing a different video game character, depending on the situation. Whoa. Whatever is more advantageous at the time.
Again, he's mocking him.
I could be white in the courtroom,
feminine.
A nigger in jail. Supremacists who say race is everything are totally right. It is. Ignoring race spells the end of the white man, as their complex systems can easily be overloaded by brutality. So he's saying that white men are weaker than black men, and black men are gonna destroy them. White people disagree, court. Black people disagree, kill. Stabbing is easier than suing. It's not the right, but it's fast. Okay, so he's saying white people sue and black people murder.
See right there. Sneako he's proving himself to be a surface level thinker. That is not what Tate is saying. And this is where the problem stems from. He's completely misunderstanding the tweet. Nonsense.
Efficiency wins in the end. White people, okay, blah, 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 blah. All right, I want to get to this point. Traitors of the word.
Blah, 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 blah. It's gone over his head.
And white supremacists are totally right, which is not true. In fact, white supremacists are wrong in this sentence because whites are not the supreme race. It's a very simple sentence. White supremacists are not right, especially not totally right, because totally right means right completely. They're not.
Again, if he's met Tate and he knows Tate and he's seen Tate's tweets, he should know how Tate is, bro. He's not saying white supremacists are totally right, actually. Like, you can't be this stupid. You cannot be this stupid. He's completely missing the point of Andrew's tweet, and he's focusing specifically on the words. And that's how you know he's on feminine frame. That's something that women do. They miss the point, right? If I say, give a man a fish, he eats for a day, teach a man to fish, he eats for a lifetime, you don't start saying, that's not true. What if the rod breaks? What if all the fish die? What if there's acid rain? What if he has a heart attack? Or all this nonsense. I'm not literally saying that if you learn to fish, you eat forever. The whole point of that saying is a critique on knowledge, independence, self-sufficiency, and charity. Sneako's a dumbass. That's what he's doing here. He's focusing specifically on the words and he's missing the point of the tweet. Andrew just said, give a man a fish, teach a man to fish. And Sneako is saying, that's not true. What if the rod breaks? What if the fish die? What if there's acid rain? What if the lake dries up. That's what he's doing right now. He's completely in feminine frame.
And also, what it says earlier in this tweet is talking about how white people are smart and black people are animals. So like black people are murderous and just know how to stab, and white people are so high IQ that they go to court. That's what he's insinuating.
No, he's not. He's giving a critique about the immigration situation, and he's talking about societal systems, and he's talking about civility and brutality. Again, he's completely missing the point. He's a surface level thinker, clearly.
People are animalistic and so they murder, and white people, they go through the legal system. So he's saying that he's justifying the white supremacist belief. White supremacy believing that white people are superior because they're more advanced, they're more intellectual, they're more capable, and black people are an animalistic monkey species.
Again, do you see how he's completely going off? Again, so every single thing that Sneako says in this stream right now about white supremacy needs to be thrown out the window because he's completely missed the point. And he's arguing with himself because Andrew did not say this and he did not mean it. Like, Sneako cannot be this stupid. He can't be.
If you believe that there's a supreme race, you follow the Zionist ideology that's creating all the disruption in the world.
Tate never said there's a supreme race. He never said that in the tweet. Like, sakes. Like, this is unbelievable.
If you believe that you're better than other people, you are following Zionist ideology. In fact, that's a Talmudic ideology. That everybody else is goy, everybody else is subhuman, animalistic, everybody else is worse. And I even said this yesterday. I would argue the first act of racism ever was Iblis. When God told Iblis to go and prostrate to Adam, Iblis said, no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm superior. I'm arrogant. It was the first act of arrogance. And God said, well, cast him away and said, if you're not going to obey me, then get away. And then Iblis became Satan. That was the first act of racism. And we should be very careful of that.
Do you see how he's preaching?
Let's see what he said back. I stopped talking to you years ago for a reason. Okay, so the top G, the beacon of masculinity, unmatched perspicacity coupled with sheer masculinity makes me a feared top G in any realm of Twitter.
See, he's just being a
He did an
dickhead.
ad hominem attack at a very simple argument. Let's go back one more time. This goes against...
That's not an ad hominem. Tate didn't insult you in any way. You took offense because it sounds like that's true, and that's why you're getting butthurt. He's really butthurt by that. You can see by the way he's acting. Because the way Sneako's, it doesn't warrant this response from Sneako. He's being ridiculous.
Then, the beacon of truth, the symbol of masculinity. I stopped talking to you years ago. For a reason. Okay, I don't know what the reason is. That was never specified. I saw him do a stream. What's the reason, Andrew?
Exactly. Again, as we go deeper, he's proving himself to be in feminine frame. He just said he doesn't know what the reason is. So why are you getting so upset? What's the issue? You're saying it's an ad hominem. You don't know what the reason is. The response Sneako is having is irrational.
What is it because I'm correcting you? Is it because you said something that was wrong? And what's the reason?
Again, Tate didn't say anything wrong. He's just a dumbass. The point of the tweet went over his head. He's getting upset by Tate's provocative language. That's all this is. He's being emotional. He's in feminine frame. He's not correcting Tate. Condescension. This is condescension and grandstanding. He needs to humble himself.
As a beacon of truth, as the symbol of traditional masculinity, as the last light of the old world.
You see, Sneako, again, he's creating a straw man here because Tate has never said this about himself. Sneako is attributing all these things to him because clearly that's how Sneako feels about him.
It's about your intelligence. You should be able to read a very simple sentence. If you believe a false ideology, you are incorrect. That's what my sentence was. He heard the word Jewish and immediately just got triggered and then started doing ad hominem attacks, much like a woman. This is what women do. When you
The whole response he's making is feminine. Again, Tate did not make an ad hominem attack. He said the truth, and you're getting upset. Stop crying. Stop crying, Sneako. Stop crying. You yourself already said you don't even know what the reason is. So what are you crying for? How can you even call it an ad hominem? Feminine. This is emotional, Sneako. And the craziest thing is, he doesn't see how emotional he's being. He misunderstood the tweet, and he's arguing with himself.
tell a woman the truth, you human trafficker, you're gay, small dick, fuck you, I never...
Right. Which is exactly what you're doing here, Sneako. Tate just tweeted you the truth. I stopped talking to you years ago for a reason. That's the truth. And look at how you're acting. You're the one acting like a woman. You're the one being emotional. You're the one in feminine frame here.
The word Jewish shouldn't be a trigger to you. Do you understand the difference between being a Muslim and being a Jew?
This line in particular is kind of ridiculous. He should know Tate has been speaking about Jewish people for a while. I think Candace Owens did something with Piers Morgan as well, and she debated Rabbi Shmuley, I think. Tate has been talking about Jewish people for a while, and even Sneako. You see, and this is how you know Sneako's being a dumbass. Sneako talks about the Jews all the time if you watch his content. Whenever I pop in the rare times, I'll click on a Sneako video, he's talking about the Jews. And he's saying a bunch of negative things about Jewish people. And then he's saying, oh, you shouldn't take offense to that. What do you mean? You don't think highly of the Jews? Why would he not take offense to that? Sneako's a dumbass. I'm sorry. He's being emotional right now. Let me back up. He's being emotional. He's just young. As Tate says, he's young.
I have to point out the obvious. There's some sort of anger, some sort of jealousy, or perhaps some sort of emotional attachment to whatever. Because I have been publicly defending Andrew Tate. Everybody has seen it relentlessly for years, to the point where it was a meme, where I was taking hits on my own reputation, to where people were making fun, oh, you're glazing, taco, all this stuff. When they were...
My nigga, what reputation? Do you hear him? Sneako is a narcissist, bro. What reputation? You would think Sneako is a city councilor running for mayor. What reputation? You're a streamer. You're a controversial streamer. If I go to Google right now and I type in Sneako, it's gonna say controversial streamer. What reputation are you talking about, fam? You need to stop. You need to chill.
In jail, do you know the amount of people that I had to debate, the amount of people that I had to go against defending?
You didn't have to debate anybody. You didn't have to say anything. Calm down. What are you talking about?
In your case, never heard a word of thanks, never heard a word of consolation. That's fine. The truth is more important. I don't need to get approval. I don't care.
So then what's the issue then? Why are you bringing this up? Furthermore, what do you want? He's saying this, but he's acting like he wants a cookie. So what? Lots of people defended Tate. Millions of people defended Tate. Millions of people believe it's a wrongful arrest, including myself. You're not the only one. Just relax. He's acting like this is the biggest deal in the world. I risk my reputation. Bro, who cares? You don't have a reputation. Now, if you said you risked your life, that's something. Like, you're completely... Sneako, you're talking out of your ass. You're talking out of your ass. I have to say, you're being emotional. You're being emotional. This is not your highest point. And you're getting a bunch of likes on your tweets right now, but it's not because you're so great. It's just because a lot of people don't like Andrew. Right now, you're being completely emotional and you're in the wrong. 100%.
If there's something incorrect happening to one of my brothers, I'm going to go and speak up for them. But very clear what everybody sees. You have not acknowledged any of that. You've never said a word of anything positive.
Once again, he doesn't have to. Like, again, he says the truth is more important, but he's fishing for a biscuit. He wants a cookie for doing this.
The most famous person in my generation, by far, who's the day one when you got locked up, it was me. You're innocent. This is incorrect. This is unjust. The only one. In fact, I think I deserve credit for helping your reputation with Gen Z.
There you go. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. He just said it himself. I think I deserve credit. I think I deserve credit. The words came out of his mouth right after, in a non sequitur. He's so he can't just defend an innocent man and just let the truth be the truth and seek justice. He wants credit. He wants a biscuit. Bro, millions of people. And he's saying, oh, Gen Z, because he's saying like Gen Z wouldn't have. Not everybody has a platform, Sneako. Not everybody has a platform. I'm sure there were small creators with 1 or 2 views who have defended Tate. They're just not widespread and known. Calm down. You're so full of yourself. It's actually absurd.
I stopped talking to you for a reason. Saying you want to fight, saying you want to end my career, to be boastful and prideful. In fact, the arrogance that everybody is seeing from this is proof that maybe people are going to start looking in different directions. If you want to keep the brand of Top G, you cannot hold on to this arrogance and pride that you so clearly have.
You see, and this whole situation has made me realize how narcissistic Sneako really is. And it makes sense. Like, again, I'm not trying to hate on Sneako because he is, again, Sneako is tall He's funny. No glazing. I hate that term, glazing. This is just truth. Sneako is tall. He's funny. He used to be a model, and he's articulate. He's incredibly well-spoken. Sneako has a great speaking voice. All you people that hate Sneako, like, say whatever you want about Sneako. Sneako can speak, and that's why he can make a living off of speaking. He is very articulate, although he says dumb things from time to time, and he gets emotional from time to time, like he's being right now. All these things, all these positive attributes, he has been blessed. Sneako has been blessed, and it has completely gone to his head. Listen to what he just said. Tate doesn't need to take orders from you. He doesn't need to take lessons from you about brands. You're the one being arrogant. Listen to you. Oh, if you want to keep the brand of Top G, he didn't get. First off, Tate has more followers and more viewership than you do. Okay? He didn't get that way by taking orders and lessons from you. Let's be absolutely clear on that. You need to calm down. You need to calm down, Sneako. Calm down. Take a chill pill. You're letting this get to your head. Second, you don't have a brand. You've made a name for yourself, Sneako. You certainly made a name for yourself, and you have a slogan, which is, I think, it's like seek truth through funny. It's something like that. Don't quote me on it. It doesn't matter. The point is, you don't have a brand yet. Andrew has a brand. He's purchased university.com. He has Hustlers University. He's got the lifestyle. He's got the articulation. He's been on news programs. He's been in debates. Everybody knows Tate's slogan. Everybody knows his face. Everybody knows his symbol is the chess piece. Tate owns businesses, and he's known worldwide. You're lecturing him on how to keep a brand and image. You don't know anything about it. You don't know. You're condescending, just like with the tweet, and you're tweeting him Muslim scripture, and you're saying, "Oh, this goes against the teachings of Islam." Just calm down.
And I'm not saying this is disrespect, but it's become evident to a lot of people. Because real masculinity is not being boastful. Real masculinity is not being prideful. Real masculinity is not flashiness and cars and look how strong and rich I am. Money does not make your masculinity. In fact, it's the opposite. Being humble, being respectful, being generous, being kind. All these attributes that you don't really speak about it, you do touch on them sometimes, but that's what really makes a real man.
Right. And Tate has never once said that being boastful and being prideful and having a bunch of luxury cars makes you a real man. Tate has actually said, well, exactly what you said. Tate has already demonstrated this. Tate has multiple, he donates to charity. You don't usually see it, and he doesn't focus on his donations, but he donates to charity. He's donated millions to the relief efforts in Gaza. Sneako, have you donated millions? Have you donated a significant amount of money to the Gazans? Have you done that? You might have lent your voice and given support to them, but have you put your money where your mouth is? We haven't seen it. But again, Tate has never been like that. He never said, "Oh, you're not a man unless you have 20 cars." He's never said that. This is all wildly emotional.
Look at this. 2023, 2024, just some of the tweets. We're all
So
praying for
what?
Andrew Tate's health. First day of Ramadan 2 years in a row, all part of their plan. Free the Tate
So
brothers.
what?
Free Andrew and Tristan Tate. Free Tate, free Tate, free Tate. Non-stop.
So what?
First time here. Gay, stop talking to you for a reason. Fine.
He never said you're gay. He thought you botted likes. He said that would be gay. He never said you were gay. You see how he's twisting the words. But what's more than that, you see how he's acting. He's like, "Oh, I made all these tweets supporting you." Yeah, Sneako. You and millions of other people have been saying free the Tates. I don't think I've ever gone on Twitter, X, and not seen Andrew Tate's name trending. I honestly don't think I've ever seen that happen. You're not the only one. Just calm down. You just might be one of a handful that have a large enough platform to get some recognition. You need to relax. You're acting like you saved his dog or something. Just calm down.
Fine. I'm not here to, Your approval is not the be-all, end-all of anybody's existence.
Clearly it is for you, nigga. Clearly. The way you're acting right now.
That's fine. But I do want to say for the Muslims that are listening, the real top G is Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the perfect, almost sinless person, the man that we are supposed to follow by example. If you just follow Quran Sunnah, if you look at Hadith and you see the life that he lived, he's the perfect example of masculinity, of bravery, of how to conduct business, about how to...
He doesn't even know what he's saying. Bro, furthermore, Tate never said anything to the contrary. He never said that your prophet wasn't. So I don't know, again, he's condescending, he's preaching. It's like, bro, you're not a prophet. Just relax. He never said that the prophet wasn't all those things. You're arguing with yourself.
If you're going to use that image and say that I'm the truth, I'm top G, I'm masculinity, then be able to take criticism. It's not haram police.
That's exactly what you're doing here, Sneako. You're haram policing. Just relax. You're not in a position to be judging and freaking preaching to people. You've been a Muslim for like 5 minutes. You became a Muslim after him, and now you're preaching to him. Just calm down.
It's not snakery.
Who are you trying to convince, me or yourself?
And then he tweeted this: I did not revert to Islam to try and attract, he meant to say revert, try to attract fans from Islamic countries. And this is very clearly a sneak to send me. Let's be real. Let's be real. It's funny that Andrew Tate, in the stream after, he called me passive aggressive, and then he makes this whole tweet, which is an indirect sneak diss, so it's very passive aggressive. Let's be real. He said, I did not revert to Islam to try to attract fans from Islamic countries.
Now, to be fair, he is right here. He is correct. This is a passive aggressive tweet by Andrew. It is. It is a sneak diss. But here's the thing. Sneako also did a passive aggressive tweet when he tweeted a picture of Michael Jackson. This all could have been avoided if he was just like, if he messaged Andrew and was like, hey, what's up with this tweet? He didn't even have to do that. He could have just been like, you know what, Andrew, I disagree with you on this one, blah, 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 blah. Real respectful. No, instead, he said, if you believe all this, you're Jewish. It's like, bro, take a step back and calm down.
I keep my faith between God and I. Anthony Joshua, Mike Tyson, Dave Chappelle, etc. Many prominent Muslims are private. Okay? Praying in private is showing worship to God. This is true faith. Andrew, this isn't correct. Praying in congregation is what we're supposed to do.
Once again, more preaching, more condescension, more grandstanding. Just calm down. Tate never said he was perfect. He never said he was a perfect Muslim. Just relax. If he wants to express his faith in the way he wants to do it, he should be allowed to do that. Again, Sneako, you need to relax. You need to relax. You haven't been a Muslim for 5 years. Just like this is wild to me. Just relax. He needs a chill pill. He needs to go down to Costco. He needs to go down to whatever department store, the nearest department store, and get himself a pack of chill pills. Absurd.
I'm not here to end Sneako's career. I mean, I could. I'm that guy. But I'm not here to do that to the guy.
What's so funny about that? That's what is kind of weird about watching your streams now. Is that we're not here laughing with you. It's like it's a giant, it's there for to show off, like, I'm top G, I'm this, I'm that guy, I'm the strongest, I'm the richest, I'm this, and then I could ruin his life. People aren't laughing with you there. It's you're alone in your room boasting about ending my career because I corrected you. But people, I think that's what you don't understand, is that people are not laughing with you when you do this.
What he's saying here, he's saying what he wants to believe is true. Okay? There's no way he can possibly know that. How does he know he's in the room alone and laughing by himself? Now, Sneako, you can really see the feminine frame here and the emotion. Tate's laughing. He looks off camera. He looks to the side and laughs. There are people in the room with him. And the thing is, he does that because he knows that he could destroy Sneako's career. He knows that because Tate has millions of followers, millions of fans, and they are diehard fans. He has more influence, more money, and Tate is more articulate and smarter than Sneako. Okay, Sneako thinks he's a great debater because he debated Moist, Critical, and Fresh. A liberal and an inarticulate, well, let me not diss Fresh. He means well, but Fresh is not an articulate man. I'll say that much. That much is for certain. Andrew gets in front of Piers Morgan and does one-on-one interviews. Piers Morgan, who is a professional bullshitter, he is a professional at setting people up in debates. And Andrew has made him look like a fool every time. Andrew has manhandled him like airport luggage every single time I've seen it.
Do you believe Hamas are a terror organization?
And that's a very interesting question, but I think you're peddling asininities.
Well, just answer the question. Are they a terror group?
You're peddling asininities because I'll tell you why, Piers. Let me answer the question.
No, I'm not.
Of course you are.
It's a simple question.
That's like me asking...
I'll tell you why I asked, because the UK, where you were born, prescribes Hamas as a terror
They
organization.
also prescribe me as dangerous to children in schools. Let me explain something to you, Piers.
You're not prescribed as that.
If I were to sit here and say, is stealing wrong? And you'd say yes, and I go, but what if the person stealing is trying to feed their family, and if they don't, their family are going to die? Is it still wrong? You're trying to take a very nuanced and complicated argument and reduce it down to one sentence, which is failure.
You debating Moist, Critical, and Fresh is nothing. Andrew could absolutely destroy your career. Absolutely 100%. But the only reason he hasn't, and he doesn't want to. And you can see that even in that clip, Andrew said, don't go after Sneako, don't attack him. He doesn't want to. I don't know where Sneako even got this idea that Andrew wants to destroy his career. He said he could. Again, Sneako missing the language. It's going over his head over and over, and he's getting emotional about it. Andrew didn't say he's going to. He said he could, and he could, but he doesn't want to. In Andrew's eyes, Sneako is a child. He's still a little kid. He says it. He says he's young. He doesn't want to destroy him for no reason. It's the same thing with Greta Thunberg. Okay? Greta Thunberg's a kid. Andrew doesn't want to attack, and he doesn't want to bully them. He doesn't want to bully Sneako. He doesn't want to bully Greta Thunberg. They're kids to him. They're young. They don't know. And on top of all that, Andrew has something called the War Room. Okay? If he wanted to, he could send goons after Sneako. Like, Sneako needs to chill.
Guy, he's young. He's young.
Right.
You'll get it. So, whatever. Sneako has his view. The only reason I even replied to him is because he implied I was Jewish, which he knows is a bit far.
For somebody that prides himself on his intellectual ability and his chess playing and his unmatched perspicacious ability, you should be able to see that. You should understand what if means. If you believe that whites are the supreme race, you're following Jewish ideology. I'm not calling you a Jew. No one called. Did you read the sentence? If. Because you said white supremacy is totally right. So if you believe that, you're following a Jewish ideology. If he's not able to make the connections there, he saw that word and then immediately, probably pent up whatever from several years.
Isn't that ironic? First off, let me give credit to Sneako here, because this is true. This is true. He did say if. But notice, isn't it funny how all of a sudden, now, for Sneako's tweets, now all of a sudden, there is no word games. There is no missing the words. There's no misinterpreting the words. Now he's getting specific. Now he's saying, oh no, I said if. He didn't do that for Andrew's tweets. He saw the word gay and thought, oh, he called me gay. Do you see what just happened? Now all of a sudden, if. Sneako said if. Sneako, you're in the wrong here. And again, I'm not trying to be an asshole, but you're wrong. You're wrong. You've done exactly what Tate has done. And again, I said this is just miscommunication between the both of them. But it starts with Sneako and his service level thinking brain. His emotionality right now. It's all because of Sneako that this situation is even happening.
He's kind of like one of those girls who starts a fight and gets in your face and says, hit me then, hit me, and then hits you 3 times, hit me, and then you hit her and she's like, oh. It's like, you can't just sit there and call me a Jew and then be like, why did he reply that? Like, bro, you need to chill out. Anyway,
real talk.
He's a man on his own journey. I'm not his enemy. I don't need to implode his career. If he wants to ruin his career, he can do it himself.
I'm not going to ruin my career, Andrew. Look, if you think you can end my career, you're going to have to kill me. That's the only way that I'm going to stop ever doing what I do. Sean Strickland.
And I already gave my thoughts on that. Like, Tate could absolutely destroy Sneako's career. He just doesn't want to. Again, in Tate's eyes, Sneako is he's a young kid. Sneako's just too stupid to understand that.
Tried to knock me out, couldn't work. Bradley Martin got 100 pounds more. Friendly Smart tried to knock me out, couldn't work. Been banned on YouTube, been banned off all of these platforms. I'm still here, I'm still swinging. How many people have I went up against? When people thought I went up against Moist Critical and then I destroyed him in the debate, they couldn't get me. Chris Mississippi, same thing. He tried to destroy my career, couldn't get me. If anybody, this is a message, not just if you like feeling like, if you think you can end my career, you're going to have to kill me.
See how he mentioned Moist Critical like he's proud? Moist Critical is a liberal. You can crush any liberal in debate if you have any type of sense. That's not anything. That's not anything. Like, relax. Just relax. To be fair, he did get in the ring with Sean Strickland, and that was a wild mess. Listen, he got his ass handed to him. Again, taking the ass whooping, I mean, I have to respect that. As a man, you have to respect that. A lot of young men are too afraid of getting their ass whooped. And that's where you have to not be afraid of getting your ass whooped as a man. You have to not be afraid of even death. You can't be a masculine man and be afraid to fight or get beaten up. So I gotta respect him for getting in the ring with Sean Strickland. But let's not act like he didn't get his ass handed to him. like, bro, anybody can get their ass whooped by Sean Strickland, except for that one dude who whooped him. But like, bro, any average dude can get the hands from Sean Strickland. Like, you're not special. You're not special because you got your ass whooped. So like, just relax. It's not like they had a real fight. It was a spar. It wasn't a full-blown match. And he wasn't even taking him seriously. He was playing with him. He let him get some hits in, and then he started whooping him. Started walking him down.
I'm never gonna go anywhere. I'm never stopping. There's nothing on this earth and nothing that I fear other than God. You can't ever stop this. Ever. Unless you take my life away. And then I'm martyred, and then I'm happy, and then I'm in the highest rank in Jannah, inshallah. That's it. I'm never stopping this. I had this disagreement with Fresh the other day. He's like, oh, well, what if they ban you here? What if they ban you there? I ain't going nowhere, nigga. I'm not going anywhere.
And the reason he can say this and do this is because of Andrew. He's following in the footsteps of Andrew. Okay, Andrew was the first person to be banned off of social media platforms. Okay, even right now, he's having this stream on Rumble, which nobody would even know existed if it wasn't for Andrew Tate. And anybody who denies that is a jackass. He's following in Tate's footsteps, trying to act like Tate wasn't the first person. Like, you need to chill. He needs to chill. He needs to go down to frickin' Costco and get himself a bag of chill. I swear. All right, I don't know what's going on with the video. There's some lag in the video. Anyways, you know what? But you know what? I honestly, I've seen enough. I don't need to see a thing more. I've seen enough. He's completely being emotional. He's completely within feminine frame. Again, he's being condescending, and he doesn't see it. He doesn't see how he's grandstanding. Starts with the tweet. He's preaching to Tate. Again, he wouldn't do this to a non-Muslim. It's because Tate is Muslim that he's doing this. Because again, a non-Muslim would be like, okay, that's all fantastic. I'm not Muslim. So he's grandstanding and he's preaching, which he shouldn't be doing because he's not a prophet and he is not a perfect Muslim. Again, we've seen Sneako do some really stupid things. There's probably a clip coming up on screen right now of him dancing with some guns. Like, Sneako is emotional. He's not 100% yet. He's young, okay? He's young, but he doesn't understand how he's being condescending. Again, it's like a chef going to another chef saying you're doing that wrong. Let Tate practice his faith how he wants to practice it. Okay? He never said he was perfect, and he never said he was a perfect Muslim. But he can practice his faith the way he wants to do it. And another thing, he said all those things about Tate praying in public. He has been on house arrest. Tate has been on house arrest. He can't go out in public. Just calm down, Sneako. Just calm down. You're grandstanding like freaking crazy. Just calm down. Then we go to Sneako saying all this crap about, oh, if you want to keep the brand of Top G, you have to do this, and you have to do what I say. No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't. He doesn't need to take lessons or orders from Sneako. He doesn't need to take orders from you, bro. He doesn't need to take orders from you, Sneako. He really doesn't. He has a bigger brand and bigger presence and greater influence than you do. And he didn't get that way by taking orders and lessons from you. And quite frankly, you wouldn't be where you are right now if it weren't for him, because he established Rumble as an alternative media source to YouTube. This is a clear case of emotionality and narcissism. Clear cut. But you know what? Forget everything that I've said before in this video. Forget all of that. Throw out everything else I've said in this video right here that came before this moment right here. And I'm going to ask Sneako a question. And it's a very simple question. Do you actually 100% believe in your heart of hearts that Andrew Tate is a white supremacist? Andrew Tate, who is mixed race, half black, half white. Andrew Tate, who has black friends. Marcel. Andrew Tate, who is well-traveled and has met lots of different people and has lots of different fans. You're saying, again, Emery Andrew Tate III, you're saying 100% with your chest, Andrew Tate is a white supremacist. Is that what you're saying, Sneako? Do you truly believe that? Because if the answer to that question is yes, then it proves you're a dumbass, because you went into his house. You defended him.
And I'm like, no, I met these guys, they're good people, and I looked through the case and I think it's bullshit.
It shows that you have poor judgment if your response to that question is yes. Now, if your response to that question is no, then you need to get the sand out your vag. That's what you need to do. You need to calm down. You're being emotional. You're starting a fight with Tate and turning him into an enemy. Absolutely no reason other than he said something that hurts your feelings. Calm down. You are not a perfect person. You are not a perfect Muslim. What you need to do after, if you ever see this video, what you need to do, Sneako, is go to Andrew and prostrate yourself before him and ask him for forgiveness. And until you do that, then you're committing the act of racism. You're the arrogant one. Why? Well, why won't you do it? Because you think you're better than him? Because you think he's wrong and you're right? You think you're better than him? That's why you won't do it? Go and apologize. Get the sand out your vag. Say, you are completely 100% wrong here. You're in feminine frame. You're a cool guy. Sneako's a cool guy, but he's wrong. This is all 100% emotional.